What's up, guys? I thought to start podcast 5 was pretty interesting. I felt a lot of similar connections with it because of how UMSL is it's not a community college, but it's definitely a small school. So we really have to try and brand more than most schools. So I thought the first thing that he said that was pretty interesting was the student, person, player. The biggest part of branding to start comes down to recruiting, who you're bringing in and who's going to represent the athletic program. So with the student, you got to have a student that's going to represent the school and the athletic program accurately and put a good image of what it's like to be a student athlete there. And then you have to have a good overall person who is going to represent the school the way you'd want it. Is it a kid that's going to hold the door for somebody, or is it one that isn't? So finding the right, and then of course the player, but usually the athletic talent is not the problem. It's the other two. So I think to start, you'd have to find the first two, the student and the person. But after that, I think small schools are kind of put at a disadvantage because they don't have as much opportunity on the national level as these big schools do. So they got to figure out how are we going to brand ourselves better to connect with the community like the big schools. And I think that starts with the in-class assignment we had the other day, where it's like, how can our school build their image in the community, with whether it be the Adam Sandler thing or stuff like that. You got to find a way to build your image and your brand, and that starts with the players and opportunities that the athletic program has to really reach out into the community. So in this podcast, I thought it was pretty accurate to say that branding is huge. Without branding, UMSL wouldn't be UMSL. I mean, like this past week, we got to take advantage of what the volleyball team did. We got to brand as much as we can with recruits and all that stuff to try and build a bigger image to where we can expand more into the community.